Hello, I'm Trudy, One Grounded Angel. This is the weekly angel card reading for the week beginning on the 6th of March through to the 12th. Yes, the 12th, that's 7 days. Trying something new based on a request from a follower of mine who asked that I do the weekend as part of this reading. So, thought I'd give it a go. If you guys think this is too long, please do let me know via the comments on the YouTube channel or DMing me or emailing me, whatever's easiest. But really like some feedback because my initial feelings that this will make the readings too long, but I know a lot of other readers do a whole week at one time, so let's just give it a go. Maybe it's just a lesson for me not to try and to try not to go off on tangents. We'll see how that works out. Alright, let's start with Monday the 6th of March and see what we need to know, what the angels have really got what advice they've got for us in terms of what we're facing on our Monday. Here we go. Now this is one of those cards that has multiple meanings, so you need to trust your intuition on what is right for you, and probably your brain as well. Your brain will straight away be telling you if the major meaning, which is that you need to spend more time with your children, is right for you or not. If you don't have children, that's obviously not for you. If you do, this is really, well, there's a couple of different things here. It might be that the angels want you to spend more time with your kids and really put more of a focus on spending quality time with them and making sure that your time with them is not just functional, that you actually, enjoy yourself and give them what they need from you, rather than just, rushing out the door and trying to get things done all the time, which I know, I don't have children, but I can only imagine, it must be so hard to get everything done. So it's not like a message saying you're failing, it's just a message saying that at this particular time your kids need a little bit more from you. So now, if you are wanting children, this is a really encouraging card because it lets you know that you've got a strong connection with children and that there's a good chance that that dream will come true for you. So please don't despair. But for a lot of us, this is about your inner child, which sounds a bit naff, I know, but bear with me. So your inner child is the part of you that wants to have fun, and I know that's the part of you that you kind of shush down because you've got to go around and get things done and do groceries and all that sort of stuff. But the thing is that we can fall into a trap of thinking that our life is about getting things done, and it's actually not. Well, part of it is that, of course, but you're not going to get to the end of your life and wish you'd done a bit more dusting around the house. You're probably going to wish that you'd spent more time enjoying yourself. So the reason that kids think that a day is takes forever, and as adults we think that days go by in a flash and all of a sudden, oh my god, it's March. The reason that it lasts longer for kids is because they have such a sense of wonder. They're discovering new things about the world all the time. Everything's an adventure. They're not worried about what's going to happen tomorrow because they just trust that they'll be provided for by their parents. And it's the same for us. We're children of the universe. The universe is providing for us. So, the best experience or the best gift that we can give ourselves is to let go of our worries and to simply trust that we're going to be provided for and that we have enough of what we need at any given time and through whatever challenge. So it could be that you need to spend more time having some adventures. One of my challenges that I set for myself last year was to one day out of every month I had to go somewhere new in the city that I hadn't been before, and it was really fun. I did lots of cool stuff, like I went whale watching, and I did just went to new neighbourhoods, did some bushwalking, and all sorts, lots of new beaches that I explored, lots of historical parts of the city that I had not seen before. So that can be really good to help you remember that your life is not a chore, that it needs to have more joy in it. And that's something, unfortunately, we all need to be reminded of. So bring out your inner child, the part of you that trusts that everything is going to be okay, that sees things as an adventure and that is happy to play and have fun. So a lot of different things there. As always, trust your intuition on what's right for you. But a lot of it will depend on what life stage you're at as well, of course. So we're looking at Tuesday now, the 7th of March. Oh, here we go. My least favourite card deck because it's so awkward to shuffle. A bit of a klutz. So Tuesday we have the Star. Oh my goodness, there's a siren in the background. Sorry about that. I forgot to shut the window before I started the recording. The Star is all about a dream come true and self-belief. So we know there's that quote about reaching for the stars, and if you don't you know, if you miss, you'll still end up looking up at the stars. I've got that completely wrong. Let's just go with that whole narrative about reaching for the stars, which is really a really inspiring kind of catch cry, I guess, in our society. So for some of you, this is a message about hope as well, that you're coming to an end of what you've been struggling with. But for most of us, it's about encouraging us really to reach higher. We tend to put limits on our dreams. It's just human nature, I guess. Like, you know, I could go and do this, but maybe I'll just do a pared back version of that. And sometimes it's just about keeping ourselves safe that we do that. But sometimes it's more important to reach further than what we can see as possible, because the angels, of course, can see this much of the picture and we can only see this much. So sometimes it's worth reaching further, and even if you don't get as far as you might have dreamed, you're still going to learn a lot and be challenged and pushed in the process. So don't put a limit on your dreams. We had a message quite similar to that about 2 weeks ago, I think. So looking at Wednesday now, the 8th of March. Balance. Oh my goodness, I hate this word so much. I love the card, but I hate the word. The word balance is one of those words that we use to make ourselves feel inadequate, I think. We're always striving for some sort of balance and always failing, because the truth is that balance is not a sustainable place. We're always going to be out of balance in some way. And the key is, and what this card is telling us, is to look for the areas where you're wildly out of balance and really rectify that. And it may well be that you're just working way too much and not having enough fun. Or it may be that you're or not spending enough time with your kids where you could be, or you're I'm really sorry, I hope that doesn't make anyone feel guilty, because I'm well aware of how much guilt parents struggle with. The other thing about balance, it could be about your lifestyle in terms of your health. We had some really strong health messages last week. If you're not spending enough time moving your body or giving it nourishing foods, that could be where you're out of balance. So it's really up to you to think about how this resonates. And it might be that there's a different meaning that I haven't covered that is personal to you. You've got to trust your intuition on that. Where are you out of balance? Where can you do a better job of that? They're saying balance friendships and relationships as well. So where are your friendships out of balance? Have you been not giving enough? Are you in a situation where you're not giving enough to your closest friendships? And that can happen because as mentioned, we're all busy. Can you rectify that now or today in some small way, or plan to do so? Could you, are your relationships too much struggle and not enough fun? Can you bring back some spontaneity and some entertainment and enjoyment there? So think about it in terms of your connections to other people as well. So looking at Thursday now, the 9th of March. Sorry, there's so much going on in my head sometimes, listening to messages and trying to think about the recording and you guys and you know, the shuffling thing, which as mentioned I'm not particularly good at. Thursday, this situation is already resolved. This particular card deck, Archangel Michael, the messages are very straightforward. So, you know, he's just saying it like it is. What you're looking for is already sorted out. Please don't spend any more time worrying about what you're worrying about, because it's already sorted out or is going to be sorted out. You know, if you look back at what you were worried about a year ago, I bet you're probably not even going to remember. And if you do remember, you will know that it did not come to pass. And that's because we spend so much time worrying about things that don't matter, and that it's not helpful for us to spend our mental energy on, because we can't actually resolve them. The universe has got it in hand. So please remember to keep asking the angels for help with whatever it is you're concerned about, and then just let it go. You get in the way when you start worrying, instead of, you know, clearing space for the universe to push its solution into place for you. Push is the wrong word, it sounds a bit aggressive, to you know, slip things into place, I guess is what I'm saying. So remember that peace is what we all need to be our best selves, really. And I don't mean to make light of whatever you're struggling with. It doesn't mean that you don't have, you know, warrant to feel the way you feel, but please remember that by worrying you don't achieve anything. So the best thing to do is to ask the universe for help and then to let it go. So we're looking at Friday now already. Ooh, a card has jumped out. I love it when that happens. workshops and seminars. Very practical message here. If you've been looking at doing a workshop, go do it. This is the sign you've been looking for. If you've been thinking about some sort of maybe tertiary study seminars, something like that, even an online seminar, go do it. This is confirming it's right for you. If that's not speaking to you, look out for any workshops that might sort of pique your interest, and if you're still not sure if they're right for you, ask the universe for a sign. Now, for some of you, you need to be leading workshops and seminars, and you've already been thinking about this, but you've put it into the too hard basket because you're worried about money, time, or your own competency. You are good enough and you can teach people. And remember that if you feel like you don't know enough, remember that it's in teaching that we learn the most anyway. No one already has all the answers. We learn as we go, so don't let that be an impediment. Now, looking at Saturday, this is a lot all at once, isn't it? Well, it is for me, maybe not for you guys, but in a way it's actually quite good for me to know what the weekend is going to be as well. It's easier to look for patterns. Here we go, ask. So this really backs up what I said earlier about you need to ask the universe for help, because if you keep it all in here and let it weigh you down, it doesn't help at all. It just it actually prevents you from moving forward with what's going on and from letting the universe help you. You need to ask the angels for help. There's this thing called the law of free will, and it means that you are in control of your life, not the universe, not God, not the angels. You are calling the shots, which also means you can reject any of these messages and the angels will not mind. They're not human. They do not get offended. They do not get angry. They're like a loyal Labrador that will continue to follow you around no matter what life choices you make. So there is no ego there, so don't worry about that. But if you want their help, you do have to ask for it, because you are in charge and they can't intervene and take over for you. So the one exception to this is if your life is in danger and it's not your time to go, they will intervene. That's obviously a pretty extreme example, but in general, you know, it's your life. You're in charge of it. You make the decisions. They will only help you if you ask them to. They cannot push things on you. And it can be that the universe can give you prompts, that's your intuition, about what you need to do, but nothing is going to happen for you unless you ask for it to happen. And then of course you need to take action as well. It's a co-creation. So ask for help. Stop worrying, get it out of your brain, get it out there, and then let it go. Easier said than done, I know, but it's kind of the optimum. So looking at Sunday, Indril, you're a light worker. Okay, for some of you who are already drawn to this kind of spiritual work, you already know you're a light worker. This confirms that. Now, if you're interested in this kind of spiritual work, but it's not really something that you want to do, like I'm doing right now, that's okay too. It's really just letting you know that you do have a strong intuition. You wouldn't be watching this if you didn't, because you would totally disregard it and ignore your intuition telling you that this is legit. So you already know that this is right for you. So trust your intuition. Work with it better by, you know, asking for help, by asking for signs, by following the guidance, by trusting it, even when it goes against what your brain is telling you, because sometimes the messages don't make sense. It didn't make any sense for me to move to Australia. I was happy and, well, I was reasonably happy at Auckland. Things were going okay. My work was good. I had a great home. I was earning enough. I had, you know, wonderful family. Didn't make sense, but my intuition told me I needed to come here, and then an angel card reading confirms that. So I came here. And it's worked out beautifully, better than I could have possibly imagined. It was absolutely the right thing, but on paper it didn't make any sense. So sometimes intuition is not really, well, it's sometimes opposed to what the logical part of your brain is saying. Sometimes what it says does actually make logical sense, but often it can clash with the part of us that wants to keep us safe. That's called the ego by a lot of spiritual workers. Or fear. It can be called fear, because really what it's doing is trying to keep you safe by doing the same thing you're doing and not changing, because it knows what to expect then, and you're completely safe because nothing changes and nothing can go wrong then, and we know what to expect. So when we push out of that and we want to transform, fear, the ego can jump in and say, no, this is dangerous, and you can get anxiety, you can get all sorts of fear responses because it feels scary, and it is scary. But when fear comes up, it's a sign that you're on the right track and you're doing what you need to be doing. So you can be grateful for that, even though it feels yucky. Keep going is really the only response there. So, you know, there's a lot of really weird things going on in the world that don't make sense when you are a light worker, and when you do, you know, you are a person who leads from the heart. You think, how can this stuff be going on? How can people be making these choices that are so contrary to what, you know, what collective consciousness needs right now? And all you can do really is bring your own light to the world, so you can still extend kindness where there's darkness. Refuse to let fear shut you down. Keep going, keep showing up with a full heart and with a smile, and try to be as positive as you can. Know that everything is temporary. This situation is not going to last, and the best thing you can do is use it as an opportunity to grow, which is what any challenge will do for us. They'll help us grow. So keep going and keep being kind and keep growing is the most important thing. So that's it for a 7-day week. So I'm just going to look back at the signs, and I'll probably get these in the wrong order. Nothing new there. So we've got trust, having the trust of a child, spending more time with our kids, and being open to more opportunities to have children in our lives. Maybe not necessarily our own kids, but you know, other people's kids. Because if you are spiritual and you're a light worker, you're probably very good at working with kids, because kids are very open-hearted already. They already know, they can already see energy, a lot of them as well. I get a lot of kids when I'm, you know, out in the community just staring at me because they can see the energy around me, because I work with energy all the time. That's something we grow out of when people tell us it's nonsense as we grow up, but usually we know it's still there. I've gone off track already, no surprises there. The star, reaching for our dreams. We've got a message about trying to rectify imbalances in our relationships and our lifestyle, knowing that the solution is on its way. Letting go of worry, I would say, is the overriding theme of the week. It looks like there's a lot of worry energy around. But as always, we can break through that just by making a choice not to buy into it. You know, it's not possible to get away from fear completely, and it's not possible to be away from negativity, but we always have choices not to buy into it and to disregard it and to keep on going with what we know to be true, which is that love always wins. So we've got workshops and seminars, very practical there, and also about asking for help, and that you're a light worker, so keep following your intuition and your guidance. That's it for the week. Love to get your feedback. Thank you so much for your time. I'm on Instagram at OneGroundedAngel. My Facebook page is OneGroundedAngel. You can find me on my blog, www.onegroundedangel.com. If you want to get in touch with me for a personal reading, you can do it via that blog. And I will read for you again next week. So if there's anything you need to know, sometimes you will find that by the time the day comes around and you see this on social media, it will all make sense given your circumstances would have changed. So take care of yourselves and each other, and I will read for you again next week. Goodbye.